Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC U0115, indicates a failure in communication between the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, and the Transmission Control Module, TCM, in the Honda Pilot. The PCM is responsible for controlling engine functions, while the TCM manages transmission operations, both of which are crucial for the vehicle's performance. Communication between these two modules is facilitated by the Controller Area Network, CAN system, specifically through designated wires for data transmission. If there's a fault, the vehicle may exhibit shifting issues, poor acceleration, or even enter a limp mode, potentially affecting drivability. Therefore, it is imperative to accurately diagnose U0115 to restore proper communication and functionality. This guide will provide an in-depth troubleshooting process to identify and rectify the loss of communication. The DTC U0115 pertains to a crucial error involving lost communication between the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, and the Transmission Control Module, TCM. The PCM, located under the driver's side dashboard, manages the engine's performance by processing data from various sensors. The TCM, usually found in the same general area, controls transmission functions and ensures smooth gear shifting. Communication relies on the Controller Area Network, CAN, system, which employs multiple wire connections for transmitting signals. When signals fail to transmit due to an open circuit or wiring issue, the vehicle may not function optimally. Recognizing the roles of these components is essential in diagnosing the issue accurately and determining the effective steps for resolution. The loss of communication indicated by DTC U0115 can stem from a variety of causes. Wiring issues, such as open circuits in the harness connecting the PCM and TCM, are a common culprit. Poor connections, possibly due to corrosion or loose terminals, can also disrupt the communication pathway. Additionally, a faulty PCM or TCM may be unable to send or receive signals effectively, leading to communication breakdowns. Thus, it is crucial to methodically check each factor during the troubleshooting process to identify the root cause. By eliminating potential issues step by step, technicians can ensure a comprehensive approach for resolving the error. When the DTC U0115 is triggered, several symptoms may be experienced by the driver. The most recognizable sign is the illumination of the check engine light, indicating a fault within the vehicle's systems. Furthermore, the vehicle may exhibit delays in gear shifting or erratic shifting patterns, which can be linked to the improper communication between the PCM and TCM. Poor acceleration performance may also be noted, as the engine management system struggles to relay information to the transmission controls. Awareness of these symptoms can help technicians narrow down the diagnostics and identify whether further investigation into potential wiring or component failures is needed. Prompt attention to these warning signs can prevent further complications. The first step in troubleshooting DTC U0115 begins with verifying the problem's presence. Start by turning the vehicle's ignition to the on mode without starting the engine. Next, utilizing the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, clear the DTCs recorded in the system. After clearing, turn the ignition to the off-lock position to reset the system. Wait for a moment before turning the vehicle back to the on mode. At this stage, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs using the HDS. If DTC U0115 reappears, it indicates a persistent failure that must be addressed further. However, if it does not appear, it may suggest an intermittent failure in the system, prompting a review of the wiring connections for any loose terminals or disconnected cables. In the second troubleshooting step, begin by ensuring the vehicle is turned off and in the lock mode. Using the HDS, Jump the SCS Service Check Socket line, an important step for accessing diagnostic data. Allow the vehicle to sit for over 1 minute while maintaining this connection. Next, proceed to disconnect the PCM connector A and the TCM connector. With the PCM and TCM disconnected, check continuity between specific test points. The PCM connector A, 51P, pin 9, and the TCM connector, 58P, pin 34, using a multimeter. This step is essential in verifying the integrity of the FCAN-AH wire, which is responsible for essential communication. If there is continuity, the wire is functioning correctly, directing you to the next step in the troubleshooting sequence. The next step in troubleshooting, DTC U0115, is to conduct an open wire check on the FCAN-AL line. As in the previous step, ensure that the vehicle is off and in the lock mode. With the PCM connector A still disconnected, check continuity between pin 10 on the PCM connector A and pin 47 on the TCM connector. This test evaluates the integrity of the FCAN-AL wire. A positive continuity reading confirms that the wire is intact, allowing for proper communication flow between the PCM and TCM. If continuity is absent, however, this indicates an open circuit that requires repairs or replacement in the wiring between these critical modules. Moving forward in the troubleshooting process, the fourth step involves checking the FCAN-BH line for continuity. Similar to previous steps, ensure the vehicle is in the off mode and maintain the PCM connector A's disconnection. You will now check continuity between pin 11 on the PCM connector and pin 7 on the TCM connector. This check is imperative for ensuring that the communication line is free from faults. If continuity is confirmed, it indicates that the FCAN-BH wire is functioning as expected. On the other hand, failure to achieve continuity will necessitate further inspection and subsequent repair of the wiring to restore full communication capabilities. In the final troubleshooting step for DTC U0115, focus on the FCAN-BL line by verifying its continuity. Make sure the vehicle remains in the off mode and the PCM connector A is disconnected. Then, check continuity between pin 12 on the PCM connector A and pin 20 on the TCM connector. This check is vital for confirming that another essential communication pathway is functioning correctly. A successful continuity test indicates the wiring is intact, so you can proceed with checking for any other service information related to the DTC or symptoms. Should you encounter no continuity, further investigation is required to locate and repair the open circuit in the FCAN-BL wire, thereby restoring proper module communication. After completing the necessary repair steps for DTC U0115, it is crucial to perform a final verification of the repairs. Start by ensuring that all identified issues, such as faulty wiring or loose connections, are properly addressed. Conduct a road test to observe the vehicle's performance and ensure smooth shifting and acceleration. During this testing phase, continuously monitor for the reappearance of the check engine light or any pending DTCs. Finally, connect the Honda Diagnostic System HDS to check for any residual or new DTCs in the system. This validation step is vital to confirm that the communication between the PCM and TCM has been successfully restored and that the vehicle operates as intended. To help prevent the occurrence of DTC U0115 in the future, it is essential to implement a routine preventive maintenance schedule. Regular inspections of the wiring harness connecting the PCM and TCM can identify early signs of wear, fraying, or corrosion. Keeping the PCM and TCM in good conditions, including ensuring proper mounting and ventilation, will also contribute to their long-term functionality. Additionally, regularly checking the integrity of electrical connectors for corrosion or signs of damage can prevent communication failures. By adopting these preventive measures, vehicle owners can significantly reduce the chances of experiencing communication faults, thus ensuring optimal performance and longevity of their Honda Pilot. In conclusion, effectively troubleshooting DTC U0115 requires a comprehensive understanding of the roles played by the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, and the Transmission Control Module, TCM. The troubleshooting process involves carefully identifying possible wiring issues and executing successive steps to ensure each communication pathway is functioning properly. By following structured steps to assess continuity and repair any identified faults, technicians can restore full communication, essential for vehicle performance. Moreover, implementing preventive maintenance techniques can mitigate future issues related to wiring and connections. Ultimately, staying informed about the system components and necessary checks can empower vehicle owners to maintain their Honda Pilot in optimal running condition. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.